Your headliner, MCJ!
Some say I'm the best, some are unimpressed. All I want is just respect, nothing more, nothing less. Pardon my humble flex.
Yeah, pardon my humble. Yo, I need y'all to stand up. Stand up real quick.
Unimpressed. All I want is
Put your
just
hands
respect,
up.
nothing
Put
more,
your
nothing
hands
less.
up. Hey, pardon my humble flex. Yo, pardon my humble
Compared
flex.
to most
Hey, yo, cut
rappers,
that,
I
fool.
ain't-
Man, sit down. This ain't a rap concert. Not for that ticket price. Hip hop, y'all in the building? I can't help it. I've realized at this point in life, my head, it just thinks hip hop. It just thinks hip hop. So one more time, hip hop heads, y'all here, right? How y'all feeling about modern hip hop right now? You don't gotta boo it, yo, don't boo it. I love modern hip hop, but I did grow up on a very specific era. 90s hip hop, make some noise. East Coast, West Coast, all of it. But you know what era I wish I really grew up in, yo? I wish I grew up with the 70s hip hop, yo. 80s hip hop. You know what, yo, they was rapping like this in the 70s. What you hear is not a test. I'm rapping to the beat. It's just me, my crew, and the groove. We gon' try to move your feet. That was fun. They had deep stuff too, right? Like in the early 80s, they were like, broken glass everywhere. People pissing on the stairs like they just don't care. I wanna do a song with that rapping style, but rapping about stuff we do now. Like something we do every day, like using Instagram. You ready to see where this is going? Every day is a test when I go on IG. Just bots and ads in my DMs trying to scam me. BBLs everywhere. But I just keep scrolling because my girl's right there. It's a hit, yo, it's a hit, I swear. You gonna buy that on iTunes? All right, yo. I should get at least 198 downloads. At least. Yeah, man, hip hop changed my life, as I'm sure it changed a lot of y'all lives. Right? Changed my life in a huge way, yo. I'll just go to you, sir. Hi. Nice to meet you. You could be honest with me. You could be honest with everyone here. Do you ever find yourself sometimes bored and just opening a Google browser and typing, who's the first Asian rapper? He said, just so y'all know, never done that. Have you thought about it? That says a lot about you, sir. I'm not here to judge. I'm gonna save y'all the time. If you go on Google and you type in first Asian rapper, this is what you'll see. MC Jin, moi, is widely considered one of the first Asian Americans to sign a major record deal in the United States. So yes, basically what I'm trying to say is, y'all are looking at a historical figure. No, for real. Got Barack Obama, Neil Armstrong, and MC Jin. Follow me. What was Barack's campaign slogan? Yes, we. Simple yet effective, right? Restore prosperity. Yes, we. Reclaim the American dream. Yes, we can. I was saying the same thing to my Asians 8 years before that. Asians, sure we could be doctors. Yes, we can. Yeah, we could be accountants. Yes, we can. But we could even be rappers. Yes, we can. Disappoint our Asian parents? Say the N-word because my black friend said it's okay? No, we can't. I saw one Asian guy up there get real excited. We can? Hold up, we can do that? No. Your life, your choice, dude. Up to you. Yo, times have flown by, times have changed. Like, I never realized the impact that I was making as I was making it, right? Like when an Asian has come up to me over the years to say, yo, Jin, until I saw you, right, on BET killing it, freestyling and battling, and just being you, man, I gotta say, when I saw that, that was the first time I was ever proud to be Asian. I was like, first time? But nah, I get it, man. The sentiment means a lot to me, right? So if you think about it, okay, look, I did not walk on the moon, but when I walked on that stage on BET, it was one small step for Asian man, one giant leap for Asian confidence. Put that in your book report. Nah, time flies, yo. I gotta talk about it because I see my man up there. The man that I battled on the first week of Freestyle Fridays. Hassan! Yo, what are we talking about? Like 20 plus years, right? 20 plus years. Time flies, man. Yeah. I remember the first time that someone ever said to me, yo, Jin, I remember watching you as a kid. I was in the 7th grade. I was studying for a test, and right there on my TV, this is what I heard you say. Ask your girl, I was doing something in the house. Matter of fact, she had my egg roll and my dumplings in her mouth. And I got an A, Jin, on the test. I said, well, what was the test about? Chinese food? But shout out to all the kids that grew up watching that. But, nah, yo, it's cool because the different age ranges have different experiences. Some of y'all might have been like my age at the time, 19, 20, right? Yo, look at us, 19, 20, we had dreams, we had hopes, we had aspirations. 25 years later now, we got mortgages, kids, gout, maybe all three, the trifecta. Y'all guess, left foot, right foot. Which one does it look like? Both? Yo, someone said both? You don't jinx me like that. Nah, but it's cool. Who knew? Went from Freestyle Friday to Sore Toe Saturday. Sometimes I do like to go online. I go on YouTube and I look up the videos of the battles. That's right. Not to watch the battles. It's mainly to look at the comment section. Because the comment section takes me on a wild ride, right? It'll make me feel like I'm the man, and it'll make me feel like a trash can. No, literally, that's the emoji that they use. Jin, trash can emoji. You gotta take the good and the bad, yo. I remember a comment that I saw for the first time that stuck with me for years and years. It said, Jin was the first Asian boy that I had a crush on. Oh. Wait till you hear the next sentence, though. Same comment, and I'm Asian. I said, wait, what? Plot twist. And then she said, what was the next sentence? She said, I usually only like white guys. I said, I saw that one coming. I guess before I showed up, her taste in guys only went in one direction. Yo, the bars are still there, yo. They still there. But I was like, yo, who else had a crush on me, right? So keep scrolling. And then I was like, oh, okay, this one's cool. And this is obviously not an Asian girl. Screen name, Black Sister 19436. It said, Jin was the first Asian guy that I thought was cute. Oh, thank you. There's a lot of cute Asian guys out there. Shout out to all of them. They might be in here. Cute Asian guys. Shout out to the cute Asian guys. He said, thanks, bro. Yo, he is not lacking in the confidence department. Nah, it's crazy. Just all these different comments and people that I run into. Another one is when Asians tell me, yo, Jim, when I saw you rapping, man, it made me think I could do that. So there was that one year, there was just like a huge dip in aspiring doctors and lawyers and accountants. It's cool to influence like a younger generation of Asians to pick up the mic and do their thing. That means a lot to me. And to know that I made that impact on the next generation. I'm just so humbled by that. Yeah. Now what I was absolutely not prepared for is when a black guy would say, yo, Jin, you the reason I started rapping. Can you just process that? A black guy telling me I'm the reason he started rapping is like me telling a black guy, yo, you the reason I started using chopsticks. You the reason I started playing ping pong. You the reason I got this Chinese tattoo on my neck. You. It says Tyrone. People ask all the time. Now you know, okay? Help me tell the rest of the world. It says Tyrone. Yeah. Yo, just a wild ride. Hip hop has changed my life. I didn't realize it, but doing what I did, looking how I look, would be an element in it. In a good and a bad way, right? Like, it made me stand out, but it also made me encounter resistance, kind of being prejudged before I even had a chance to show my skill, right? Racial hurdles and obstacles, sometimes subtle, sometimes straight in your face. I remember there was You Heard It First on MTV. It's like a segment where they talk about the upcoming artists, and it was like this. Do-do-do, do-do-do. Coming up, we got Ruff Ryder's newest artist, Jin. Hiya! I said, yo, did I join Ruff Ryders or Cobra Kai? I'm sure they're not introducing any other rapper like that. Can you like, up next, Dr. Dre's newest protege, 50 Cent. Hiya! That's not 50 Cent, that's 50 yen. And shout out to the Ruff. Life-changing, yo. I grew up the hugest Ruff Ryder fan. I'm in Miami. DMX's albums, The Locks, Eve, Jada Kiss, yo, Swiss Beats, Drag On. I'm like the hugest Ruff Ryder fan. So you gotta understand, to get signed with them wasn't just a regular record deal. It was like the most surreal thing ever, right? I think over the years, a lot of people like to analyze my career path. Specifically, they're like, yo, Ruff Ryders, man, they should have did this, they should have did that. I don't care what you think they should have did. All I know is what they did was make a young Chinese kid's rap dream come true. And I believe that everything they did was with good intentions. Sometimes the results didn't match that. I'm the only rapper in the history of hip hop that ever released an album with promotional fortune cookies. Bruh. I wish this was a joke. No. I'm surprised they didn't do the chopsticks with the lyrics on the side, right? I said go all in, right? Nah, they actually did a documentary a couple years back, a Ruff Ryders documentary on BET. And there was a segment specific to this topic. The head of marketing, God bless her, she's looking at the camera and she's like, and I just really, really want to apologize to Jin for the fortune cookies. She meant it, right? And I was like, you know what? That's a kind gesture, but it's cool. I never felt that some type of a way about it. I know they were just trying to think outside the takeout box. But can you imagine you at a Chinese restaurant? Hassan, you at a Chinese restaurant, you just finished your orange chicken. You're like, yo, let me see what this fortune is looking like. You crack open the cookie, pull out the little paper, and it says, Jin, the rest is history, in stores October 19th. You're like, yo, when did Confucius say that? And then right under the album release date, it's like, lucky numbers, 6, 9, 13, 24, 33. Should have bought the lucky numbers, yo. Would have changed your life. Nah, I feel like Ruff Ryders, they meant well. So I appreciate it, you know? But when I think back on that part of the journey, I have a lot of like epiphanies, right? Just realizations. I'm grateful for the opportunity, but if I'm honest with myself, I don't think Ruff Ryders was the ideal label for me to be on. Like it was, I was out of place to some degree. And I'll be the first to say it. The reason is because I'm not that rough. Yo, I cried during Lion King. I'm talking about when Mufasa died and when he showed up in the clouds again. Remember? Simba, you have forgotten me. You're my son, the one true king. Father, don't go. Y'all didn't cry? Nah, that was a touching scene, man. Don't even get me started on Finding Nemo. Still recovering from that one. Yeah. From a more practical standpoint, I can't be a Ruff Ryder. Like, I physically can't be a Ruff Ryder. It's because I'm ticklish. You can't be a ticklish Ruff Ryder. Right? Yo, do you know what the slogan for Ruff Ryders is? Ride or die. Do we have any more options? Like, picture me, like, I'm like, yo, the whole crew's out there. I can't be like, Ruff Ryders, ride or die. Stop it. Ticklish Ruff Ryders. Can't do that. You know what I would be good to be, though? I feel like I would really fit in if there was a label called the Gentle Ryders. I feel like the Gentle Ryder energy is on the come up in this era, right? We're all about getting in touch with our feelings, our emotions. So Gentle Ryders, yo, we don't ride or die. You know what we do? Hide and cry. I'm announcing it right now. I'm launching Gentle Ryders. Gentle Ryders, hide and cry. I'm coming back to you, sir. I'll say, hide and cry. And all you have to do is go, Gentle Ryders. Can you do that for me? Here we go. Hide and cry.
Gentle Ryder.
Yo, why'd you do it with so much elegance? He went, Gentle Ryder. What's your name, by the way?
Dan.
Nice to meet you, Dan. Welcome to Gentle Ryders. It's you and me, for now. I feel like the movement's gonna grow. But shout out to the Ruff Ryders, man. Changed my life. Got to drop an album, that's right. Childhood dream. Got to drop a really, I feel like groundbreaking song. It was my first single ever. Like, I had a lot of vision and a lot of goals for that song. But if there was one thing, I just wanted to tell the world this.
Yeah, I'm Chinese. And what?
Hey! Let's go! You speak Chinese, Dan?
Chicken wings coming to your house by
You will now. Here we go, y'all. Y'all gonna learn Chinese. Brooklyn, y'all gonna learn Chinese. Hey, y'all gonna learn Chinese. Gentle Ryders. Hey, yo, cut that. That song is called Learn Chinese. It's a song that I released in 2003. So yes, I learned Chinese, changed my life as well. What a wild experience with that song, you know? I look back now and I do realize it probably was a little ahead of its time. Because when I put that song out, 02, 03, people wasn't really trying to learn Chinese. Hey, ain't nobody trying to learn Chinese, right? Some people received it well. And I love the fact that it was actually not only just Asians, but non-Asians too. Because I remember not that long ago when they shut down TikTok, you know what everybody was trying to do? Learn Chinese. I seen a black guy on a Chinese TikTok talking about Ni hao. 我的名字是 Jamal. And I got people that I've known for mad years, they coming up to me, especially after once they announced the tariffs. Hey, yo, Jen, how do I say, let me get 2 dozen tax-free eggs in Chinese? I already told you, it's in the song, bro, verse 2. You should have listened to it back then. All right. Nah, but learn Chinese. You can say what you want about it, whatever your review of it is, but you can't say it wasn't groundbreaking. Because literally, right at the top of the song, imagine hearing this on MTV, BT, on Hot 97, and just around the world, right? A song that starts and goes, yeah, I'm Chinese, and what? Right? Man, do you have a secret that I feel like I've been holding on to for a long time, and I think now is the time to unleash it. Because I trust you guys. Especially you, Dan. Ready for it? I'm not actually Chinese. I'm Cambodian, y'all. The MC in MC Jin stands for Mad Cambodians. For real. Look at me. You can tell I grew up off that Cambodian breast milk. Clearly. No, I'm Chinese, Dan. Because I felt like for 15 seconds, Dan was like, he could be. What do you think, honey? Like, no, I'm not Cambodian. Shout out to all my Cambodian people and all my Cambodian fam out there in the world, man. Shout out to them. I am Chinese. But for a moment, some of y'all were actually wondering, that's kind of racist. No. Like, people would look at that as like, yo, that is kind of racist. This is wondering people's race and kind of like preconceived notions. It can be, but maybe, I don't know. I grew up a little different. I grew up an Asian battle rapper. But what does that mean? That means I encountered racism in a very unique way. Y'all was out there in the real world dealing with racism. I was in the trenches, face to face with racism that rhymes. I'm not pointing at you, Hassan. Like, I'm not. Mister, you don't want it with Hassan. I'll have you in BET cooking fried wontons. Check this out. Look, the point is, I truly don't believe that everybody that I battled were racist, but they said some racist stuff. For real, yo. This guy had a diamond ring on, right? He's like, I can tell why your eyes are chinky, 'cause you keep staring at my pinky. This guy said, I'm a pro, you just a rookie. Leave rap alone and keep making fortune cookies. In my mind, I'm like, why? The label's making them for me. Like, what? Yeah, I could go on a whole 1 hour list and breakdown of lines like that. But I'm gonna save us time and I'm just gonna go straight to the gem. I'm gonna go straight to the king of the hill, the bar of all time that I will carry with me until my dying days. You ready for this one? This is what the guy said to me. He said, you squint your eyes and look deceitful. That's why God hates Chinese people. It was Dan! No, it wasn't. I wouldn't do that to you. I stood there, right? During that battle, and when he said that to me, I was like, yo. Which Chinese girl broke your heart, dude? Like, damn. But then I brushed it off real quick, because I knew that there was no logic in it, right? God hates Chinese people? What? There's no... Yo, to me, I believe this. God is the creator of man. There's 1.4 billion of us. How much can he hate us? That's like saying Steve Jobs hates the iPhone. So I brushed it off, and I like that about battle rap, is that, you know, you can say outlandish things and, for the most part, shake hands and say, nice to meet you. Right? Get your biases and get your prejudices out the way in a creative way. Because I'll say that statement, you squint your eyes and look deceitful, that's why God hates Chinese people. It's evil. But it's eloquent. You can't deny it, right? But I'm not even like saying that that's the reason I don't battle anymore, because I don't. I haven't battled in a long, long time, right? And it's not because of lines like that. I don't battle now because it's just too personal, right? It's too personal. Back in the days, I could battle, and I know whatever the guy's saying to me is completely fabricated and it's just coming out of nowhere, right? The guy would be like, I know your mom. Her name is Mei Ling. I took her to the movies and made her do the right thing. I was like, my mom's name is April. So you're off by a whole month. And she's never even... She's never even seen Do the Right Thing. She don't know Spike Lee, she knows Bruce Lee. So it was cool. You say whatever you want. But I can't battle now because you know what they do now in modern battle rap? Like, battle rap is so personal now, right? They do research on their opponents. They'll bring out, like, paperwork, right? Like, they'll dig up things and dirt. They'll bring out witnesses. I can't handle that. Imagine I'm on stage and the opponent is like, yeah, Jin, you failed algebra in the 9th grade. Your mom called you stupid. And don't try to deny it, because we got the report card to prove it. And then some Chinese lady comes out with the report card, like, printed up and just passing it out. And then my 9th grade algebra teacher, Mr. Calcutta, he comes out, yeah, I gave him that. That's me. And I'm just up there defenseless, like, no, that's not my mom. That's Mei Ling. That's Mei Ling. I can't do it. But I still think battle rap is fun. I still watch it. I'm still a huge fan. Shout out to all the battle rappers now. Not only keeping the sport and the culture alive, they're super creative and genius with the way they write. Yeah, don't battle. Don't battle, don't battle. It's funny. Who knew that something so disrespectful would change my life in such a beautiful way? The first person to ever diss me wasn't even a battle rapper, actually. The person that set me on this path, right? You know who it was? It's my Asian dad. Nobody will diss you like an Asian dad, yo. If there were battle rap levels, the final boss would be an Asian dad. I'm surprised there aren't more Asian battle rappers, honestly, right? This would be the levels. It would be Kendrick, Eminem, Asian dad. And my dad, Joe, his name is Joe. We call him Joe Ba. Shout out to Joe Ba. Yeah. All right, that's enough. Not that much, not that much. This man used to diss the heck out of me, right? But here's the beauty. This is what Asian dads do. They dish you out of love. It's even more powerful. My dad used to cook for me and cook me. And he'd do it in Chinese, too. This was his favorite line. Whenever I would tick him off or he'd get frustrated, he'd be like, 在3個叉燒好過生你啊. I'm gonna hit y'all with the translation. He literally said, I should have gave birth to a piece of roast pork instead of you. Roast pork? Dude! All the meat selections out there, you went with the roast pork? You could have said rack of lamb. You could have said a nice T-bone. You could have said a Jamaican beef patty. A roast pork? Yo, imagine my mom and him, they were like at the doctor's office checking the sonogram to find out the gender. And the doctor's like, boop, it's not a girl. Boop, it's not a boy. Mr. Joe, it looks like a piece of roast pork. Yo, my pops would have got mad hype. He'd have been like, certified not a boy, certified roast pork. Imagine if he said that bar in 1982, though. That'd be crazy. I feel like my relationship with Joe Ba has been through so many phases and eras in the best way possible, in the way that a father-son relationship should go, right? You gotta be at odds with each other, because that's the only way you find out how much you love each other, all right? And specific to when I told Joe Ba I wanted to be a rapper. But now I look back on it, I think it was just language barrier. I truly think that was it. It was simple. I was like, oh, Joe Ba, I want to be a rapper. I know my purpose. I want to be a rapper. I think he thought I said I want to be a stripper. Because he started saying like these weird comments to me. I'm like, hey, Joe Ba, I know what I want to do. I want to be a rapper. I want to be on stage and have people go crazy for me. And then he goes, so you want to take your clothes off for strangers? And have quarters thrown at your body? You cooked me right there. Quarters? I'm not good enough for bills? Folded money? No. Yeah, nah. A lot of language barriers. Because I told him like later on in the years, right? When he started to come around, I was like, Joe Ba, yo, this is unbelievable. I'm really about to be label mates with DMX. He said, the bicycle? It's like, no, DMX. Ruff Ryders. He's He's like, expensive bike. Ride should be smooth, not rough. Language barrier, that's all it was. Because I know now he's super proud. So he's super proud. I know he's proud of me because I asked him, I was like, hey, are you proud to have a son that's known as one of the first Asian rappers? And he's like, better than first Asian stripper. You know, no, this literally just popped in my head. If, a huge if in an alternate universe I was the first Asian stripper, you know what my stage name would be? Yo, y'all give it up on the main stage for your next dancer, roast pork. You know that roast pork be glistening though, right? You've seen it. You've seen it at the Chinese restaurant. Shout out to Joe Bob. Yeah, he's going through his own journey. And I watch him and I'm just like, it's amazing. Like, for so many years, I rarely heard Joe Bob speak English. And it's mainly because most of the time I would see him, he'd be in the back of the Chinese takeout restaurant, just slaving away, to be honest, just toiling himself hours upon hours. And he was just back there for our family, and he never really spoke English, right? I feel like he's trying to make up for that right now, speaking mad English, right? And using words that I didn't even think were in his vocabulary, but pronouncing all of them wrong. Like reimbursement, he calls it rebursement. Asparagus is asparagus, which is cool. I appreciate the effort, right? So I was like, oh, you speaking English all of a sudden? And you know what he said? He said, not speaking and not being able to speak is not the same. You seem as if you like to talk. I like to let people talk who like to talk. I said, hold on. I said, yo, did you just transform into Jackie Chan? He hit me with the Jackie Chan English. Y'all know the Jackie Chan English because most Asian dads speak the Jackie Chan English. And what is the Jackie Chan English? Jackie Chan English is basically like, it's not always perfect when it comes to the grammar, pronunciation, sentence structure, but you always know what Jackie is trying to say, right? Right? Shout out to Jackie. Jackie's so good that sometimes he'll make people that speak English think that they're wrong. I saw an interview. The lady was like, so Jackie, tell us, who's your favorite Kardashian? Jackie said, Kardashian, I don't know what that is. Are you even speaking English? Yo, shout out to all the Asian dads out there keeping that Jackie Chan English alive, man. Yo, yeah. I got a DMX story. Y'all want to hear a DMX story? R.I.P. Shout out to DMX, man. Another childhood hero of mine, yo. So I was in Harlem that day. This is in the summer of like 02, 03. I just got signed. I'm excited. I got a two-way. If you're like 21, you may be like, what's that? Two-way pager, all right? So I'm in Harlem. Hot summer day in Harlem. All the motorcycles are out, the Jeeps, the Lexuses, the Benzes, the artists are out. And I come out of the bodega with a nice ice-cold Arizona iced tea, right? I'm like, yeah, I'm about to enjoy this. But I put it down real quick on the hood of a car because I got a page on my two-way pager. It said, holla back, youngin', all right? That was the tone. So as I put it down and attend to my two-way, who comes around the corner? X. He comes around in his boots, stomping. He looks at the Arizona iced tea. He looks at me, and he goes, hey, yo, this you? I was like, yeah, that's me. Why? What's up? That's what I would have said if I was a real Ruff Ryder. But at that moment, I was in Gentle Ryder mode. Or should I say, Gentle Riders? So what I said in reality was, nah, that's you, X. Go ahead, man. That's you. I bought that for you. One good? You want another one? Nah, right? So he cracks it open, guzzles it. He gives me a look. He's like, yo, good looking out. And he just stomps away. I call that story the time I saved DMX from dehydrating. I don't tell people that story that much because I don't like to brag, all right? But I like y'all, I trust y'all. It's so dope to have these experiences, man. The only thing is, I've been in X's music videos. Like, there's a video where he's coming out of the club, and you have to see me, even though I'm real small in the back, because there's only one Asian guy coming out of the club with him. So I've been in an X video, I've been in at the same events as him, hanging out in Harlem. But you know what's kind of like sad to me? I don't have a proper photo with DMX. Like, I don't have an official, like, I'm like this, and X is like this. I don't have one of those. You know who does have one? My Asian dad. Joe Ba, he got one. It was at like a concert in New York, right? So Joe Ba happened to go, right? And we're there, and he's like, hey, I want to take a picture with DMX. I'm like, why? He's like, I'm a big fan. I was like, you thought he was a sport bike. What is He's like, hey, stop talking about the past. He's like, DMX, right? So I'm like, all right, just, if we go up to him, just keep cool and don't say anything crazy. So then we see X, we go up to X, and then X is like, what's up? I'm like, oh, this is my pops, Joe, he wants to take a photo. So X is like, yeah, sure. Real quick, Joe Ba. I heard my son save you from dehydration. I said, yo, chill. X is like, wait, what'd he say? I said, oh no, he's saying stay hydrated when you perform. He doesn't want you to, yeah. So they take the picture and X is like, hey, good looking out, Pops. And he goes. I'm looking at Joe Ba like, yo, what's that? Joe Ba's like, he goes, nice man. Too bad he doesn't want to take picture with you. I said, damn. Shout out to Joe Ba, shout out to April. These are the people that kind of like not only brought me into the world, but you know, how I am is how I am. Yo, people ask me like, yo, why comedy? Comedy is cool, man. It lets me share, it lets me explore my own world. And people say laughter is the best medicine. Y'all agree? Yeah. Well, I'm here to tell you it's not. Nobody ever got syphilis and went to the doctor and said, yo, give me 2 Chappelle tickets. Imagine the doctor's like, I don't got Chappelle. You want to see MC Jin? And the guy's like, give me the penicillin. I'll tell. Nah, I like comedy because comedy, it just lets me look at my life journey, the career, the family, and just the things that I need to heal from, I can. The things that I can learn from, I can. And I get to find a humor in all of it, right? So I don't know if making you laugh heals you, but I know me being up here making you laugh heals me. Right? You know what that moment calls for? It calls for everybody to say, Gentle. Hey yo, New York, I love ya!
You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you get with this, cause this is just facts. Yeah, you can give me my flowers, or never hand me a rose. Whether you admit it or not, you're a fan and it shows. All up in my comments on the gram when I post, leaving garbage can emojis, you a stand in your soul. Normally, I take the high road, don't plan to pay tolls, but I'ma make this pit stop just to handle you trolls. You're like a 30-year-old thirsty for her man to propose. You just want engagement, your scam's been exposed.